Hey guys, welcome back, episode 2. So, it seems we ended off just before nighttime. And why am I translucent? Yeah, we started our house, we got some steel tools, and we just filled in some parts of this, and we are missing some oak. Now, I haven't played since last time, I'm just waiting on it to be nighttime so we can sleep the night away. Still have this, food we seem to be good on. And I can hear some skeletons below us. Now I am playing with Miniad. So let's check. We are hearing skeletons and this could be the reason. Cave galore. Now we did smelt up some iron. Did hopefully smelt up some glass? Question marks. We do have a backpack. Gonna grab the leather and I'm going to search upgrade. Now the main thing is a storage upgrade, which is just a chest, and a stack upgrade, which uses redstone, all of which we do have the materials for, except for the leather. We do have enough iron now to create a few buckets. And let me grab some wood, which we're out of, to make a, let's say, an iron hoe. And let's start a small farm area. Now we do have some cows, and when we look down here, I want this to basically come out all the way here and gradually along this cliffside go down. So I'm thinking this area around this tree would be ideal. We do have our sugarcane from last episode, which is growing quite fast. Order some of this, and this is just multiplying infinitely around now. Yeah, then see if vein mine works on seeds. No, it does not. I'm going to be digging a block in. Water. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to grab a bit more water. If my voice sounds a bit different, guys, it's most likely because I'm sick. Now, I was planning on recording a bit earlier, but after COVID and sick thing, yeah, it really puts you down in the dumps. Oh, and we do have a magnet. Let's see, let's look at it. Now, I was planning on going caving, I think. But we do need quite a bit of resources, such as wood and coal. Let's continue. There's water down there as well. Yeah, there should be enough seeds. And we can light up a small area all the way back up. Now I say the train has to flow into here, for example. So we would be able to go up there. But we can use this shallower side for now. Quickly go to our trees. Control C. Vein mine. And I don't think we have enough durability on O to do that continually. So let's just plant some of these. And let's try and chop this one down. That seems about appropriate. here. Fill this up. We go down. And I'm surprised. Usually I have a sand, but I don't recall if I did that. Extra saplings, the sticks I'm gonna keep as well as this. I'm gonna keep the redstone and liver in my backpack, as well as some of the cobblestone and extra food. As well as the water bucket and the logs. I wanna grab a bed. And let's set off. Maybe we go village exploring. But that's near a swamp, so let's stay away. There's more spruce, so let's go that way maybe. Now, the plan is still to go mining, but I want to gather at least a little bit more wood and liver. If we can get a storage upgrade, we could go mining essentially for a few minutes to hours longer. We do have cows here by the base, so I'm not too stuck or fussed about killing other cows. Some bees for future. And there's actually something I want to try and make for episode 10, which is a paxel. This does require about 5 steel blocks because the energy core requires 1 of each elemental core. And this requires us to go to the nether, to have ice, to have defeated a breeze, and to have gathered diamonds, which is easy. So it's only really 2 of those that is a true difficult challenge, and maybe in future I can add other types of blaze mobs that specifically represent the other elements like earth or even air and water. But for now, that should be fine. I was actually supposed to release a patch because of blocks not dropping, but I have not gotten a chance to get to the code as of yet. And just a bit more, that's fine. The cow, I really need to change the damage on these tools. Let's tab and we can see there's more cows this way. We should have enough liver now at least for a storage upgrade. Let's quickly grab out the liver. Let's see, there's a stack upgrade, but we don't want to make that one. Let's quickly make a chest. That's a storage upgrade. Basically doubles the storage space for everything back in there. Grab our crafting table. And as I'm running here, I'm going to be chopping some of the trees. And we have spruce now. This is actually the fastest way that I have started a world and gotten the 3 wood types of spruce, oak and birch. Usually takes a while. And we have enough saplings. Good. Now I'm going to try and circle back. I don't really see anything. Maybe here. So that was in this direction. That doesn't seem deep. We are staying here, so I'm trying to go here to the left maybe. Now, in developing of a mod, I really genuinely thought the steel tool set would be a later game option and you would want to go for diamonds. But looking at it now, it seems a bit too easy to obtain, so maybe I have to make it so that you have to use diamonds to make them in some way. And a tool crafting station does seem a bit appropriate. Don't want to lose my water. Thank you, game. And I almost died. Great. Talk about the start to an episode. Mr. Creeper. That's a coal. Mr. Skeleton is not friendly. I am not going that way. Now, just have to keep an eye out so we are not underneath a creeper, because they do tend to jump. And I had a jump scare now. We still don't have armor and I do not have a shield on me. We have good saturation of food. Let's regain some of our health first. I'm most likely to lose this world one way or another due to stupid deaths like that. To make a furnace. Let's just take a look see in here. Yeah, there's some iron over there. As long as we don't run into a lot of skeletons, we should be fine. Let me grab out the cooked pieces of steak so that I can have that on the ready. We have a geode. I'm going to mark this on a waypoint because I will forget that it has a geode. And a lot of copper as well. I do see that I'm going to be losing still pickaxe quite fast because I tend to press control a lot when running and even playing the game. I really want to gather a lot of resources before we go deeper. Yeah, this seems safer. a skeleton. Okay, we are now diamond hunting. Ideally, we can get a few different diamonds or groups of diamonds. Definitely gonna be grabbing some of the stuff because that's an awesome building block. Let's see what else there is. If we go this way. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with lava. Let's see. Seems to go down nicely. Some more redstone. And that is not food. Let's quickly sort out some of our backpack. Do not have enough leather for some of the other things that we need. I do have a storage block in the game, but it requires a butt ton of iron and chests and so on. So yeah, that's a later game objective. We're still quite high up, so irony. I don't really know how easy it will be to get more diamonds. I do want to gather bits of gravel. As long as I don't suffocate myself. Because gravel, as you know, can be used to generate sand. Which is a quite useful thing to know, especially later on. Whilst we're at it, let's quickly block off the majority of this water. So that we can place our own one. Want to gather at least 14 pieces. I have vein mine. Why am I mining one? It was faster. Why it did not register? I do not know. Yeah, we have diamonds, we have obsidian. Ideally want to get diamonds until we have enough for our armor, because diamond armor is quite useful and valuable, especially since the dragon armor is all crafted, for example, through, where is that recipe? Great! You take energy dragon armor upgrades or any of the dragon armor upgrades and you combine it with a scale and the actual armor item to combine it with an armor item. That's going to go fast if we do it this way. And I want to go until this pickaxe at least breaks, because yeah, I can always get a new one. And yes, I can wait until we get fortunate, but I really do not care about the diamond amounts that we get. They're going to be infinite in any case. No pickaxe, no problem. We make a furnace. plop it down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 should be enough. 42. Let's see if this is enough coal as we smelt. Yeah, we have enough to make a new steel pickaxe. And I am going to be focusing on armor. Let's actually go with the opposite of what people generally get in armor. I'd use 6 armor instead of 4 armor, or actually 12 instead of 8. But I guess it doesn't actually matter as much. Now we combine this with coal. And then where's that recipe? Steel pickaxe. Yay. Can't wait for that to smelt up. Let's take all of these extra resources now. We have some diamonds extra. We know we are gonna need 2 for the enchant table, and then we have 3 extra. Okay, that's enough at least for a diamond chest plate. Very underwhelming. But where did all my coal go? Oh well. Did not edit anything with that. Yeah, here it is. That's fine. We can go smelt at the surface. Should actually make a shield now that I'm thinking about it. It's gonna be 2 of it. Yeah, actually take the sticks out. We don't need sticks in there. And the rest can be sticks. Yeah, we are sorted. Here's some lapis. Just have to be mindful of mobs. And I really want to gather some resources on our way back to the surface. If we can find it, the surface that is. Should actually also make shears because I do want lichen. Mr. Skeleton, I do not want to see you. And that looks like a way out. Some iron. Let's just pause a moment. The storage block I mentioned earlier is the storage crates. This is the recipe. They store 2000 items at base. You upgrade them with a storage block upgrade, and that doubles their storage. So basically 2000, 4000, 8000, and then that's 16,000, which is the max stack size of them. Currently it is non-configurable, but hopefully that's a future completable thing. Just do this because this is going to go a lot faster, even though it's not the safest option. And when we swap over to cobblestone, and shaders will kick in a bit. we just have to find our way out of this cave. I recognize the lava. And that's a lot of monsters, so let's quickly head off before they get me. I had to go into water. Iron. When you swim. Iron. Dirt. And this episode has gone on quite long, so this should release on Monday. And then episode 3 should be able to release maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, because I am really in the mood to play some Minecraft, but definitely expect it's a once-off thing. Add a bunch of creepers up here that will explode me. And back to this. Actually, let me just tunnel out. This pattern on the map looks quite interesting. Let me go into free cam. Question mark? Oh no, it's not. If it was like a trials chamber, I would have been happy. I also have no idea where we're popping out. Okay, we're at least on our way back to the surface. I don't know if it's here, but like this, guys can hear on the camera, not camera, the mic, but the birds in the background are actually a bird here in South Africa called a hadida. They tend to make a lot of noise. They can be quite annoying as well at times. I did at least blocks, let's go. Cave sounds being cave sounds again. I have the suspicion we're coming out of a mountain, so let's just extract for a bit. And sunlight. Now the items here are going to be following us until we get back. I really want that coal before it despawns. The rotten fish can go. I mean, it's coal and cobble and dirt. I can throw out the flint. Oh, but it's a bit more important than the cobble. That was not too bad for a first mining session. But definitely in future, I'll probably have about a 30-minute mining session, depending on how the storage situation is. Which would be off camera, of course, or maybe I'm just gathering some wood so that we have some access to building materials. Definitely in the next episode we will be working on a place for the cows, and if we do have enough cows and food for the cows to breed them up for liver and the sugarcane, I will definitely be sorting out the enchant setup so that we can start enchanting. It's very bad manners to jump through windows, but at this point who cares? And place a bed. We cannot sleep, so I'm going to be sorting these quickly. Basically all of these resources, we're just gonna plop them out. Please sleep. Now, this way of me sorting items is kind of ingrained into me, just because each time I do it, it's the same in every single world. And there's very few times that I deviate from the way that I sort my items here. And we use too many of our diamonds. So I'll probably in the next episode go get at least another diamond or two, or a few, and maybe like just dig a tunnel. Actually, let's see where the most ideal spot for that would be. If we stand here, I'm thinking over there, we just build a simple thingy that can be like a tunnel going down. It's not really something I want to do on camera because it takes ages. So it's most likely just going to be something that I do in off-camera time. Now I could do it much closer, but I want to have a lot of wheat fields. And thinking of the area maybe over here. Not paying attention to make a path block. I mean, we have something like this. 2, 3. Here on the 4th one it goes out. Then 3 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it just goes out. Put some of that right there. Mr. Sheep, if you can move. I mean, yeah. This is essentially just going to be a tunnel going down, so I'll probably just do that and do stairs as well for it, so it's not really something that's noteworthy for camera. We have armor, and we do have some of the trees growing, so I'll probably be working on the tunnel whilst chopping down a few trees, maybe gathering some wheat to prepare for the next episode. And I did say that I really wanted to do everything on camera, but at this point, yeah, it seems like a stretch to do that for every single episode, as I did not expect this mining session to go on for, what is it now, 35 minutes of episode length. We did manage to get diamond armor, we managed to upgrade our backpack a bit. Ideally, we can gather a bit more leather. Maybe actually just start smelting down these things, because it's going to bother me that I'm going to forget. and I really want to start farming so we can start getting into the mod a bit more. And there's also free tools online like chunk base that you can use. Chunk base basically does something similar, but on a larger scale. It takes your map. And why is there so many chunks here? Anyways, chunk base then takes your entire game and it finds structures for you. So you could, for example, that geode, you could find that geode using chunk base, or even the village that is located over there by the swamp. And it's a useful tool. And why is there a pig inside my enchanting room? Definitely in the next episode as well, I will want to work on a lot of base things, making the house and the home area a lot more homey. Especially here, going down into the wheat fields and having something out here to give us outside area purpose. Maybe some dog kennels and stuff here, but we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Enjoy! I did not mean to do that.